screen for TV viewers who are watching at Infowars.com/show and cable systems in places like Houston, Texas, and New York City. And there is the link. DOJ replaces Allah with God in edited Orlando terrorist transcript. Yes, well, they told us that they were going to edit out when they released the 911 tape. The local cops listened in Orlando and said, yeah, he pledged allegiance to ISIS and the jihad. That's how we knew 10 hours into it was a jihad attack. The feds were covering it up like San Bernardino for 2 days. Well, this time the local cops just said, no, it's on 9/11 call that this is a jihad. So they said, we're going to edit out those parts when it's released. Since when does Homeland Security have control of that? That's all coming up after Roger Stone leaves us, because Corey Lewandowski is out. I know that we need to move forward and forget about Lewandowski, not have that be a distraction, but it's also important to know now why this is so much more positive, because once Roger Stone's former business partner got in there, things got a lot smoother. Stone, of course, was the former head of the campaign, but felt he could do more on his own, so left a year ago, and he's going to be joining us here in one moment. Before I go any further, though, I had told people we were going to sell out of Ancient Defense, and we did, but we got more in. I had told folks we were going to sell out of Living Defense, which is the ultimate parasite detoxer with 27 known ingredients to flush out safely and healthily parasites, you name it. From little organisms right up to worms, you name it. Well, we would have sold out, except they went, oh, sorry, we gave you a glitch. We had over 1,000 bottles extra than what we thought. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to bring back the 25% off for this until those are sold. But you've got to sign up for the newsletter so we can stay in contact with you with breaking news and information. Infowars.com/newsletter. Just put in your email, create a new email. It doesn't matter. But it's key because we send you the best audio, the best video links, the best news articles, the most important information we think is the most powerful info and research we produce every day to you in one email, 7 emails a week, sometimes a few more. But this is key to send on to others and to share and to print off. But within it every day are promo codes, sometimes up to 50% off. We're about to give you a promo code today that's 75% off. Now, it's 25% off on Living Defense while supplies last. It should go a day or two, but I promised to sell it out to a certain point and then cut it off, so I'm doing that. We will send you a promo code for 25% off today. But beyond that, I have put out a limited edition Hillary for Prison shirt that's taken the country by storm. We're coming out with one more design after this, and then that's it. But this limited edition, we've got like 2,000 shirts left. I want to see more of them out there. There's already tens of thousands across the country. There's over 50,000 out there. We want of this design. When these are gone, they're gone. One more design's coming in, and then I will never produce another again unless it's a Hillary for Mars. We put her in a rocket shooter to Mars. Or maybe impeach Hillary, God forbid. Maybe that shirt, but no more Hillary for Prison. It's already a meme. Everybody else is copying it. That's fine. You can get Hillary for Prison and Beyond 2016, 50% off the first shirt, $9.95, and the second shirt is $4.95, 75% off. That's what the shirt cost me. And by the time I deal with everything else, it's a loss leader. The first shirt's $9.95. The second shirt, if you choose it, is $4.95, 75% off. But the promo code is only sent to people that are InfoWars Insider subscribers. Infowars.com/newsletter. You find the link to the newsletter on Infowars.com. Put your email in, and boom, you get different promo codes. Usually it's 10% off every day on one item, sometimes 50%. We've never done 75% off. 75% off. Right now, and this is how you fund the InfoWar at InfoWarsStore.com. So take advantage of that. 25% off Living Defense. Promo code, if you're a newsletter subscriber, will be sent out today. And the great part is if you're already a subscriber to the free newsletter, it's already coming to you today. So take advantage of that. About 75% off the Hillary for Prison shirts. And we also have the Tim Kennedy Special Forces Special, 15% off Super Male Vitality, Brain Forces Secret 12 together or individually at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsStore.com is the umbrella site. And while you're on InfoWarsStore.com, get one of Roger Stone's books or both of his books or his JFK book. We sell 3 of his books at InfoWarsStore.com as well. The Clintons' War on Women and the Bush Crime Family, available at InfoWarsStore.com. Now, Roger Stone joins us. having dinner with him many times, strategizing over the phone. It's just been simply amazing that I've ever seen. That was a while back. I've cut back to like 10, 12 hours a day. This guy literally works 18 hours a day. And he says, well, I said I worked hard in other campaigns, but this one's so historical, so epic, I can't help it. This guy is amazing. And so he's here. Everything he's told us has turned out to be incredibly accurate, to tell us what the firing of Corey Lewandowski symbolizes, but moving on, where the Trump campaign's going, how we ensure this maverick patriot ends up getting in the White House. So Roger Stone of StoneZone.com, thank you so much for taking time out today.
Well, Alex, as you can imagine, I have several hundred press calls today from across the country, and everybody, which is very typical of the mainstream media, very focused on process, very focused on the who shot John of political intrigue, missing, I think, the larger implications. So I have elected, in all honesty, to lay low. I'm not going to take any press calls today. I'm going to do all my talking right here at Infowars.com. As you know, I've said for some time that the historical track record of presidential campaigns that had internal divisions and factions is not good. 8 years ago, when we had Mark Penn versus Mandy Grunwald fighting within Hillary's campaign for president, I think, frankly, it doomed them. You need to have the unity of command. A campaign cannot be a democracy. It has to be a dictatorship, and all power must flow from the candidate. The candidate's the ultimate boss. The candidate has the ultimate authority, and he needs to delegate that to one person, not a committee. So I have every confidence in Paul Manafort's ability to guide or help guide the Trump campaign to success, to victory. I also think that you are going to have a smoother flow of information to the candidate. Donald Trump is a thoroughbred with great instincts, particularly great instinct for the jugular. There is nobody better at counterpunching, and we're at a time in the campaign, Alex, that his entire issue has been validated. The fact that they are redacting these 911 calls to take out the references to ISIS and the leader of ISIS proves that Trump's criticism of the president of roughly a week ago is right on the money. They have another agenda. They will not even mouth the words except for when they absolutely have to.
Wow. Well, thank you for giving us this exclusive. Roger Stone, please, you've got the floor. We're going to skip this network break. Talk about issues that held things up if you can, but I agree we should just move forward. But folks do want to know, since you're making a statement, and then let's move forward from here. But what great news to know that your business partner in your political group has been helping the Trump campaign, but is now the head of the campaign. You, of course, formerly the head of the campaign. I have complete trust in you and Mr. Manafort, so this is very exciting.
Well, Alex, I've said this to you before, both privately and on the air. This campaign is not about Corey Lewandowski or Roger Stone or Paul Manafort or Alex Jones. This campaign is about our last best chance to save the country. The Republican establishment's doing everything possible to undermine the candidacy of Donald Trump. They don't respect the democratic process. Attention, Paul Ryan, we had the primaries. You lost. Mitch McConnell, you lost. The party has selected its nominee, at least on paper, and in reality very shortly. What the Republicans don't understand is that Donald J. Trump and the Trump revolution is bigger than the Republican Party, reaches beyond the Republican Party. In many places, I think the campaign was hamstrung by dual authorities and countermanded orders. But I don't think it's productive to go into a long discussion of everything that was wrong with the campaign. I think the campaign has achieved historic things under the leadership of Donald Trump. And you certainly saw in the New York, Indiana, California, Pennsylvania, California primaries, a smoother running political operation. There's no question the Trump camp is playing catch-up ball. They need a communications director. They need additional field staff. They need additional party professionals. But now I think the deck is cleared to do that and to build a smaller, leaner, more guerrilla-oriented campaign that is still large enough and fast enough to compete with the well-oiled Clinton machine, which, as you know, is a massive, massive massive political machine.
Absolutely. I know you've been doing research on their biography, though, and boy, is it a nightmare. Roger Stone. I totally agree. We should move on from Lewandowski. I have nothing against Lewandowski, other than every time I saw major mistakes being made and him up there bragging about things on TV, it seemed to be about Lewandowski, though every time we're talking about Trump with you on, you'll never even talk about yourself. So, I mean, certainly he was putting himself, I think, in many cases, in front of the campaign. I think he was a bit entitled, and I'm sad to see that happen. But it's good news that he's gone now, obviously. Now, I made a prediction that's coming true. It wasn't hard to predict, but obviously we want Trump to be the presumptive nominee. And we want to just go ahead and put that to bed, as we did months ago, and say, okay, he's won these states. He's the guy. The problem is that I know how these Republicans work. They're playing possum, these rhinos, Paul Ryan and others. And I said, wait till they get right up, closer to Cleveland. They're going to come and try to defect again and, shoot Trump down and pull some scam. They know they're losing the battle by being out in the open because you put Stop the Steal out, millions coming to Cleveland. But I said, we got to come to Cleveland. We got to be there. I expect some more shenanigans, some more fiascos, some more hanky-panky, because these losers think they're God and think they can step in front of the Trump bullet train. Now, as you know, it comes out they've got a stealth campaign going to try to steal the delegates again and pull something. Now, obviously, it's going to be ill-fated, but it shows how incredibly piranha-like and arrogant and disconnected they are that they're doing this. So let me ask you, what is your view on this? What do we do to counteract it?
Well, Alex, I think you're absolutely right. I think that there's trouble afoot inside the convention hall as well as outside the convention hall. So let's talk about both. I still think in the end, Manafort is the master of campaign rules and credentials and the platform. He's a superb vote counter. And whether or not this little insurrection, which the media themselves reports is being carried forward by dozens of delegates, not hundreds, not thousands, but dozens, I think it is ill-fated. I don't think it's going anywhere, but it is incumbent on the Trump campaign keep a very close eye on it to make sure that you don't get a runaway convention. The idea that you would pass a conscience clause of the to the Rules Committee that would allow delegates to opt out of their party rules-based commitment to vote for Trump on the basis of the democratic process and the way the people voted is outrageous. You, in essence, would be saying to the Republican primary voters, your views don't matter. We don't care what you think. You voted for no reason. You wasted your vote.
It says our conscience trumps your conscience.
It's outrageous, and it's arrogant, frankly. It is the arrogance of the ruling class of the Republican Party. Meanwhile,
it's the creme de la creme of arrogance. It's the cream of the cream.
It really is. Meanwhile, in a story that was really broken here on InfoWars before anyone, the city of Cleveland seeks to gag and destroy the First Amendment rights of those who wish to go to Cleveland to demonstrate in favor and protest these shenanigans.
Come hell or high water, I'm coming. Come hell or high water, and everybody needs to be there.
Well, I'm going to be there as well, but I can now report two things. One, that the city is insisting that that all demonstrators, left, right, middle, Black Lives Matter, Infowars.com followers, Trump supporters, Citizen for Trump members, MoveOn.org will all be in one area, unsegmented. There will be one microphone. The city will control that microphone, and you can apply if you wish to speak. They have already given permission to speak to a number of extraneous groups that don't matter.
Yeah, they're going to fill it with like underbenchers that don't even matter to their own people. That is, oh my God.
And they will not let us.
Let's control government channel.
Yeah, they will not let us have our own rally. They will not let us have our own march. They actually gave the rally site that we had applied for to the Westboro Baptist Church. They don't seem to have much trouble.
Around and screen anti-gay stuff and then claim they support Trump.
Yeah, exactly. Now, look, let's be very clear. The city of Cleveland is a Democratic machine stronghold. Cuyahoga